The brilliant blue water of Miami Beach, glistening from above on a beautiful day here in South Florida. Welcome, everyone, to Noche NBA. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Robinson.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Satoransky in at the point. And for Miami, Jay Crowder out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Nunn in at the point guard position. And in tonight's game, pride definitely bred at stake. When you were with the Spurs, or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries you played in.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns and the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire, and what Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006. Which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time. Tremendous disparity in style of play. And watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive matchups.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? Kind of took care of it.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Just 5 on the clock. Fades away. Butler, no good. And so Satoransky will bring it up for the Bulls. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. I had a chance to talk with head coach Jim Boylan. We talked about the versatility of Jimmy Butler's offensive arsenal. Whether it's long range, posting up, dribble drives, Butler finds a way to get buckets and impact the game. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. And the first one drops. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And with this summer signing of Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat demonstrating they still can lure star talent to South Beach.
The Heat back on the rise. The Butler signing sets the stage for the summer of 2021 when they should have the cap space to sign another max player. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
Markkanen passes to Levine. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Robinson for 3. That shot, no good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Levine feeling it out a bit. To the inside. 9 feet out. And Carter with the basket out. Assist Levine. Carter's got his second basket of the game.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Butler from outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Levine with it. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Outside, Porter. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Heat trailing by 4. Carter on the wing. Plenty of space. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Basket good.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And here is Satoransky. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Here's Robinson after the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Here's Nunn. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Here's Levine. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists now in this one. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Nunn passes to Butler. From 18 feet away, doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way. Here's Satoransky. Softly drops in the floater.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Heat trail by 10. Here's Nunn. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Butler against Porter. And it's Butler missing.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Butler. Passes it to Satoransky. 5 on the clock. Back to Carter. The 19-foot shot. Miami grabs the miss. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And in that one, the backups came to play. Gave the team an infusion of points that just put them over the top.
Well, I talked to the assistant coaching staff. What they were stoked about is that the bench guys came in and played well. So punch off the bench, a big factor in that win.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on its own court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Here's Satoransky after the made shot from Jay Crowder. It's tipped. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and Adebayo throws it down.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now here's Levine. The shot will not fall. Good defense by Iguodala. Inside, here's Crowder. And out of Marquette, Jay Crowder. A sturdy two-way rim player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking the interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core. And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Stolen by Robinson. And now here comes Iguodala leading the break. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Iguodala doing a great job of getting into the teeth of the defense and then uses the angles so well.
Well, all good things must come to an end. Iguodala was shipped out from the Warriors last year to clear room for D'Angelo Russell. Traded to the Grizzlies to make room for the Warriors in the Russell deal. Ultimately, I think will have a great legacy for his time with Golden State.
And with Andre Iguodala, he doesn't give you 20 points tonight like he once did, Greg, but he still shows up when you need him.
Iggy can still hit the switch, so to speak, and go back to his all-star level of play for stretches. I mean, the numbers don't jump out at you, but he is so valuable during big games, particularly in the postseason.
Iguodala's leadership is really unsurpassed. Steve Kerr calling him the adult in the room. His teammates definitely listen and respect all things that he offers up.
Now here's Dragic. Zach LaVine unable to get his last shot to go. Dragic kicks to Iguodala. Kicks it out to Jones. That falls. Nice speed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Good anticipation there from Iguodala, who is a very good passer.
Gafford passes to LaVine. And again, Chicago. No good. Outside, Jones. Deflects the pass. Porter against Iguodala. And there's the pass to Olynyk. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Now it's just a three-point Chicago lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's LaVine. Again, LaVine missing.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
Beautiful job up here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Here's Gafford. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. And it's White missing. That's doubting for Chicago. They won that game against the Magic in Orlando.
You could see it in that game. Despite the odds going against them, once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win.
But once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
And first time out of the game called for Chicago. The defensive rules were different when you played, for example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of two stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Porter. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando. Pass to Harrison. Dishes it to Young. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 1.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver plate, just served him up.
Iguodala kicks to Dragic. Good defensive work there by Young.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Here's White.
And if you have credits to give out, give them to Dragic. Stellar defense.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. And how about we check out the group of rookies with the best percentages from the charity this season. And you look at White, second in the NBA. So great from the line.
And really, he needs to continue getting to the free throw line as much as possible because he's pretty deadly once he gets there.
And Young, here we go. And it's blocked. 124 left to play here in the first. Shot from 12. No good from Dragic.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
White looking around. Here's Harrison. Sinks the three-pointer.
Rabbit's foot in the shoe that time. Got lucky because the pick has to be better. It made no impact, but they still got the score.
Good ball movement here by Miami. Wants it up for Iguodala. And it's Iguodala at the jam.
Well, the teammates are always looking for Iguodala. He snakes along the baseline, and that time the recipient of the big alley-oop.
Outside Porter for the three. And the Bulls, another three.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Up top, Dragic. Right covering. No good from Dragic.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Porter kicks to Harrison. Pass to White. Five to shoot. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 5. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. The trade deadline is approaching, and Jimmy Butler talked about how it feels hearing your name in trade rumors.
It's different for everybody, to tell you the truth. For me, I don't think about it because whatever's going to happen is going to happen. You go out there and control what you can control. You know, try to help your team win games, play to the best of your abilities. And if it just so happens you get traded, then you got to suit up and play for the next team.
Staying level-headed and ready for whatever's next. That's Jimmy's mindset, Greg, in a nutshell.
And it's fair to say that the level of professionalism and maturity he possesses is really impressive.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
They've got Jimmy Butler, Iguodala out there with Dragic. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Silva in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Well, you watch Goran Dragic play, and Brent, he's so deceptive with his movement both on and off the ball.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons why, Kevin, is the change of speeds. I also add the fact that guys who can handle the ball and are crafty and are left-handed, boy, it's tough on a nightly basis to change up your mindset to guard a guy who you know is going to go left all the time as opposed to right. Trust me, in practice, I had to do that with Manu Ginobili a ton of time in San Antonio. Dragic, similar. Great use of speed change.
And the veteran Goran Dragic still producing late in his career. Not the force he once was, but always a source of playmaking and scoring.
Gafford misses. The Heat trail by 6. Iguodala kicks to Dragic. We play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. The 19-foot shot, and Butler gets it to go on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Chicago leading by 4. Well, you look at the career of Dragic. Greg, he's always been a scoring point guard.
Yeah, and as Dragic has aged, he has learned to lean more and more on his outside shot. Even when his first step and speed start to falter, he'll find ways to put up points.
Now here's Iguodala. 5 points in the game. Over Harrison. Shots good by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 7.
Iguodala's shot selection pretty good right there. Good at taking the high percentage opportunities.
With the teardrop, and there's the nice by White. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Now Dragic, coming in off a 21-point game his last outing. And he uses the glass on the layup. He has 6.
Well, we all know how confident Goran Dragic is when it comes to scoring inside. Nice shot selection there for him.
White the pass to Porter. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Butler. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat, trailing by 2.
Now, some guys have a hard time finding their teammates in those possessions. Dragic is always looking to dish to get it to the open man.
White against Dragic. White dishes to Young. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
He hits the second from the line. Faster pace now, Brent, in the NBA. This has become an endurance sport, and well-conditioned athletes are a must.
Obviously, Kevin, over the past couple of seasons, the pace has picked back up. It's very reminiscent of the early 80s when you had the Lakers running, the Denver Nuggets running.
Yes.
You have these teams that are just flying up and down the floor. So as a fan, I think it's a wonderful opportunity, especially the closer you can sit, to watch a Russell Westbrook, to watch a Paul George, to see a Giannis get up and down the floor with such fluidity and grace and skill set. So the game opening up has also opened the eyes to the fans about just how great the athleticism of NBA players is.
Nunn passes to Robinson. To the middle. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Back to Satoransky. He dishes it to Carter. But they get it back. Markkanen can't get it to go. Heat on offense. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Butler. Carter pulls it in.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for them.
And the jam by Levine.
And the vertical that Levine has really gives him an advantage when he's able to hit that launching pad.
And it's the Heat with the ball. The Bulls getting the bucket. Rejected by Young. And the shot goes in. 12 points for him. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And let's check out some stats. Here are the numbers for Thaddeus Young. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's right around 13 points a night, over 2.5 steals, and 5 rebounds. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Now, here's Satoransky. 8 points for him. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jimmy Butler has made several All-Star teams, but he remains single-minded in pursuit of his bigger goal. Butler said, "I just want to win a championship. That's all that matters. I didn't do it in high school, didn't do it in college. If I don't win it here, then I'll go to the 50 and over league someday. But I got to win a championship at some stage. Kevin?
I like that attitude. Thank you, D.A. Here's Young. That one, no good. Some solid defense from Butler. And here's the fast break. Crowder, the pass to Nunn. He kicks to Butler. Over Young. He goes up again. Excellent D there from Markkanen.
I'll be honest, I thought there's no way that he's missing that close. That's a bunny. Give it up for the aggressive defense, Kevin.
That one falls. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Miami trailing. Butler feeling out of it. Unable to get that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. They've held a 12-point lead early. Outside, Levine. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Now it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Robinson passes to Nunn. Passes it to Adebayo. Here's Butler. And that one's on target from the wing.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here is Young. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Back to Satoransky. Levine inside the three-point line. Jay Crowder with the rebound.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And Greg, when you look at the top perimeter defenders in the game today, how high does Jimmy Butler rank on that list?
Look, he's in the top handful, no doubt about it. Multiple all-defense selections. He is a true two-way terror.
Well, they say players are made in the summertime, and that's Jimmy Butler's favorite time of year. He calls it grimy season, gets out in the country, and puts in that work.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's got 10.
That was some very intimidating, aggressive defense that really helped alter that shot.
Here's Nunn. Kicks it to Crowder. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. And it's a three-point Heat lead. And, Greg, those summertime workouts for Butler, they are something.
I mean, they sure are. He calls them bandanas and buckets. Grows his hair out, two-a-days, hot yoga, intentionally isolated from the hustle and bustle of the big city. It gives him an excuse to really just lock in.
Crowder from outside. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And there's the foul on Jay Crowder. That is his first foul of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for the Heat. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Robinson against Levine. Now the pass to Harrison. Clock at 6. And they get it. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Crowder, and it's Miami with another.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Markkanen finds Satoransky. That one doesn't drop. Good work defensively by Crowder. Heat leading by 5. To the left side wing. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And Coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Heat. They've had a great season, and we'll look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, the Bulls. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they've had an interesting season for sure. They're competitive, they're feisty, but they're not a team that's going to dominate for long stretches.
I just think if you're on the other side, Greg, how much are you looking at that team and saying, we're scared of them? So not a lot of fear from the opposition and what they're bringing to the table. They're good, they compete, but do they have that extra gear? I'm not sure.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
Now, here's Dragic. He's got 6. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And you got to like how they're working the ball inside this quarter. They were struggling to do that earlier. Now they're showing the focus to take the ball inside.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And he's shooting his free throws to the tune of 75% this season. Fairly standard numbers.
Porter's checked in for Zach LaVine. That one misses for Dragic.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Now here's White. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut now to just 5 on the basket from Markkanen. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Outside, Jones. Misses off the right iron. Bulls trail by 5. Outside, Porter. There's 45 seconds left here in the second. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one out of Linux. You look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg, he just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot. Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good.
And every year, Porter seems to get better. His three-point shot continues to evolve, and he's embraced taking on more responsibility.
And the second free throw, good. On offense, here are the Heat. They're on a 13-5 run. Throws it up high. It's tipped. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
26 seconds left to play in the first half. Iguodala against Porter. Offensive rebound. Silva. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside, White. Feeds Markkanen. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
I like seeing Markkanen be this assertive
offensively. Sometimes the defense doesn't know what to do when he has it.
Bulls shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And Markkanen is a perfect candidate for that stretch 4. Outstanding at pulling the trigger from deep and not afraid to go inside and bang with the other bigs.
He's perfect from the line this time.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Heat out front, up by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel. That's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They did give up a couple baskets more than they wanted to, and at the end of the period, were trailing by 5 points. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive board. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
The three-point shot has really, really helped them out. I always like to see teams around the three, but when it's dropping like that, I say roll with it. They keep setting good screens, running these pick and rolls, they'll be tough to beat.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And you look at Adebayo, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Heat leading by 4. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls, Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. Bulls shooting at 48% from the floor, looking good. And Satoransky kicks to Porter. Pass to Satoransky. Carter outside. 6 to shoot. Fades back. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Nunn. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shoots over Satoransky. And it's Miami with another.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Now here's Butler over Levine. And it's Butler missing.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Porter dishes to Levine over Robinson. That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Levine.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players Kevin playing today can do.
Here is Nunn. Pass Adebayo. And it's good for 2. Adebayo's got the lead up to 8 now for the Heat.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Zelensky the pass to Levine over Robinson. And another shot. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Satoransky finds Levine. Baseline jumper. Again, Levine missing. And so it's Crowder with it. They'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. Here's Adebayo. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And now it's a 12-point Miami lead. Bulls have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Here's Satoransky. Rebound by the Heat. Outside Crowder. Jumps up. And Crowder slams it in.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Now, here's Satoransky. 10 points for him. Outside, Levine. To end the run, it's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Porter against Butler. Goes back up. No good on the shot. And it's Chicago the other way. Here's Levine. Markkanen trying to break loose. Levine can't hit. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Here's Robinson. Satoransky grabs the miss.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now, here's Satoransky. Levine, the bounce pass. Markkanen finds Levine. Again, Levine missing.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Chicago calls timeout.
Yeah, his shot is just not there tonight, guys. And instead of trying to shoot himself out of the slump, maybe he needs to start moving the ball around and creating for his teammates.
Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Bulls trail by 16. Satoransky with it. He's got 10. He kicks it to Carter. Missed inside.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA's such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Young drives in. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's Levine. 11 points in the game. Satoransky looking around. Shots good from Young. basket of the night.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Outside Butler. Passes to Nunn. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. The Heat making a switch here. Dragic is checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. White's checked in. Dragic against White. Outside Crowder. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got his 3rd assist on the night. Bulls trail by 20. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
He gets it in there. 8 points for Wendell Carter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And here's Dragic. 8 points for him. It's not going to go for him. Good work defensively by Carter. Lets it go from 14.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
No good from Dragic. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. The feed to Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Nunn. Guarded by Levine. Here's Nunn. Good work defensively by Carter.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot. Just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And Bam Adebayo. He just plays with so much energy when he's on the floor.
Boy, he is ferocious on both ends of the floor. Great energy player who can finish in the paint with the best of them. Very quick on his feet and can cover a lot of ground for a player his size.
Here's Levine. Jimmy Butler making his last shot. Porter kicks to Young. Crowder against Levine. 20 feet out. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Butler. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. White against Dragic. White the pass to Levine. Carter kicks to Levine. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And he's really trying to get them back into it, but the results have not been there.
Here's Nunn, guarded by Levine. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Heat have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. Both teams deciding to change it up. Bulls trail by 21. White dishes to Levine. Here's Harrison, defended by Jones. Harrison passes to Levine. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Levine's got 13 points.
A masterful possession from Levine. He's so lethal at shooting once he catches it.
Here's the pass to Nunn. That's it, coming off an assist from Dragic. Dragic has got his 5th assist in this one. So it's Chicago now. And White kicks to Levine. 1:53 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Comes up empty from 8 feet.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Pass to Olynyk. Harrison with the rebound. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. White. Here's Gafford, and he converts the layup. Gafford's got his second bucket.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Near the three-point line, it's Olynyk. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Dragic against White. Here's Gafford. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. And that one's good. Harrison.
I think the defense has more concerns out there on the floor, and they give him a good open look from the perimeter.
Dragic, the pass to Olynyk. Here's none. Now Dragic. Pass to Olynyk. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Dragic against White. Now here's Dragic. He's guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away. A shot, no good. And so it's Miami with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more in store for you. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Jones. Iguodala out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Dragic, and it's none in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Iguodala against Levine. Over Iguodala. Offensive rebound. Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
And remember, at 7 feet tall, Markkanen is tough to keep off the board, solid at tracking down misses on that offensive glass.
Dragic looking for an opening, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Dragic. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Milwaukee Bucks. And Wednesday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And for that Thunder game, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
And the basket is good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Passes it to Nunn. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Markkanen kicks to White. Back to Markkanen. And the Bulls, another 3.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Dragic against White, looking to get back on track here. And Dragic lays it up and in. And the Heat lead by 16.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
White against Dragic. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the pass to Levine. Miami grabs the miss. 22 is their biggest lead.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. Olynyk. It doesn't go for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. White against Dragic. White dishes to Levine. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. The Heat leading by 13. Here's Nunn. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Well, he definitely forced that shot, guys. He had plenty of time to adjust himself and kick the ball out and look for a better shot. Have to give credit to the defense there, too.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Bulls trail by 13. Over in the corner, White. Off target from three-point range. And it's Dragic with the ball for the Miami Heat. Down low, Jones. And it's Jones finishing it off.
A wonderful look from Dragic, who nicely set up one of his guys for a great look.
Outside, White. And Jones pulls it down.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
White finds Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shot clock at 6. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Here's Nunn. Outside Dragic. To the paint. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
Right the pass to Markkanen. Here's Harrison. Olynyk is covering. Here's Harrison. Pass to White over Dragic. And again, no good by Chicago.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Nunn passes to Dragic. Pass to Nunn. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Nunn's got 14 points now in the second half.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Pass to Harrison. Back to Levine. Iguodala with the steal. And here we go. Here's Nunn. Jones. It's good on the putback. And the Heat lead by 21.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
The pass to Harrison to stop the drought. And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Derek Jones gets talked about a lot in terms of his dunking prowess and the way that he can get up in the air and maybe make a poster in memory in the flash of an eye. But beyond the dunks, he's done a good job of really improving his game since coming into the league in 2016.
And he makes the first. Hey, Brent, for Derek Jones, he saw the floor a good amount in his first full season with the Miami Heat.
Derek Jones is somebody that the Miami Heat continue to explore. And I guess if you're within that organization in Miami for a number of seasons, they like something about your competitive spirit. And that's where Derek Jones has probably found a home here in Miami.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? No.
Well,
I don't know if...
if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game. Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. Quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just start to see that very much.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Dragic against Carter. Looking to end the run, and it's good. 2 points. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 11 rebounds. Now Dragic. Stolen by Levine. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Satoransky against Dragic. 6 on the shot clock. Outside Porter. That's tipped and stolen by Butler. And it's the Heat on the break for the finish. Wow, hammering it in.
Now, you don't want to forget about the athleticism of Butler. Just a sick slammer of the basketball. You can't allow him to get to that launching pad.
Kick out to Levine. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Brent, when constructing a team, it's always tricky to fit in max contracts. But the truth is, some players probably deserve much more money than they're allowed to receive.
Incredible to say that, right,
It
Kevin?
is, yeah.
But there are guys like LeBron James whose $35 million contract might be worth 100.
I always thought about Jordan, too, right? My goodness.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And for the years that Michael Jordan was underpaid in Chicago for what it was he was doing. But in terms of competitive balance for the league and 30 franchises, and for you to try to build a team and a roster to put out on the floor to play this game and have opportunities to win championships, it's really the only way, and sometimes unfairly for guys in terms of their competition and compensation to have to put maximums on what it is that players can earn.
Here's Arcidiacono. Pass to Harrison. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And here are the Bulls now.
And the defense has really locked down on them in this half. They need to start working to get some higher percentage shots.
Here's Nunn. Silva, the pass to Haslam. Second shot opportunity, and he gets it to go.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Markkanen from outside. And it's Miami with the rebound. Pass to Nunn. Outside Hill. Here's Okpala. Passes to Nunn. Clock at 6. Miami needs to get a shot off. Okpala, no good. And so it's Arcidiacono with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory, but it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
Here's Akpala. No good from outside. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Arcidiacono, the pass to Markkanen. And the Bulls get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal foul. Shooting for Chicago, Cristiano Felicio. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Good on both. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment in that?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that the players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league. The body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
Here's Silva. That one misses. Excellent D there from Markkanen. Here's Arcidiacono. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard, we can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.